All right, it's time to meet another entertainer for the Mutiny on the Moshulu, June 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. on the deck of the Moshulu. This is a debut for this gentleman. Very excited. He is a strongman without equal. Todd Jones. Todd, how are you, man?
Doing excellent. How are you?
Good, good. We actually had a chance to talk, had a nice long conversation. You kind of pulled our proverbial asses out of the fire because we've had strong men appear at the mutiny. People love this type of performance. And your name immediately came up when we had the one individual that we had used before who couldn't make it this year, moved out of the area, and they said, well, you got to go with Todd Jones. So, but then I was talking to you, and you're a stuntman, an actor, and you've just embraced the strong man sort of. It's would you call it a circus art, or how would you label being a strong man?
You definitely could. I'm a big fan of the circus. So yeah, for lack of a better word, that's the kind of style it is, as opposed to the strongman competitors that you see on TV, big 300-pound dudes deadlifting as heavy weight as they can.
Yeah.
That my style's more like a circusy exhibition, yeah, kind of style, art form, if you will. Yeah.
Well, owing to the kind of thing that is the strongman type performance at the Moshulu, the performers wander around. This is from Mutiny on the Moshulu, and it's just you do as you get a group of people, you want to do something, you do it. But I love that sort of casual way to have the talent interact with the people who are attending the event, and it's really cool. But you have the proper credentials here. You're in the Guinness Book of World Records, are you not?
I am, yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
for, hearting the most horseshoes in a minute. Hearting a horseshoe is when you take a real steel horseshoe and you twist it into the shape of a heart. So,
Now, I've heard it explained to me, and correct me if this is not the case, but I've heard it explained to me that, as you said, you expect to see a 300-pound dude. You're not. You're obviously in great shape. I know you're a martial artist, and actually worked with Preston on the show with Krav Maga. But I've heard it said that you just have to, not just, but you have a sense of focus and commitment to pulling off these feats that other people can't quite work up. Is that sort of accurate?
yeah, it's sort of accurate, I'd say. It's largely mental, and that's the thing. Whenever I do this stuff, it's not like, "Look what I can do," it's, "Look what everybody can do," and just most people don't realize it. Yeah, mind
So
over matter, so to speak.
yeah, and it's I think, and we've heard about this, and I guess in martial arts as well.
Mhm.
I know as a kid when I got into Bruce Lee, and I was like, I'm going to break this board with my arm, which I guess in martial arts is kind of considered a parlor trick. That when I hesitated, that's that's when you really get hurt. It's believing you can follow through. We're looking at a picture of you. I assume that's something you just bent right there, correct?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm holding out there. Yep, that's a big old horseshoe. That's a good one.
Big, big old horseshoe. So in here, I hear you breaking boards and all that stuff. The
Yeah.
reviews. You as we said before, and your reel is up on your site, which is the strongmantoddjones.com, and that is linked off of PresidentSteve.com and MaxFun.com. So you do these presentations, but you also are up in New York quite a lot, working on movies and TV shows.
Mhm.
You were in Central Intelligence with Dwayne
Yeah.
Johnson and Kevin Hart. You were in the Joker movie.
Mhm.
The Following, which was a Kevin Bacon series that I loved. How did you
Yeah.
get? Did you start as a stuntman and move into the strongman stuff?
I started as a struggling actor and I couldn't sing or dance or anything like that, so I had to find some way to get myself, make myself stand out and get hired. So yeah, that's how that. And like you said, I had that martial arts background, so I figured I had a decent pain tolerance. So I was like, "Oh, go to stunt school," and fortunately, that all worked out. And the martial arts is where I started getting into the strongman stuff because I used to read these martial arts books that referenced uh, these old time strongmen that did all the stuff that I do. They're bending steel and ramming nails through boards with their
Well,
hands.
let
And
me
I was
turn
like,
this down. There
yeah,
we go.
sorry.
We're running. No, we're running your reel here, and your audio is up, but it's kind of running. It's really cool. I mean,
Uh,
you do some badass stuff.
oh,
Um,
thank
a- Do you stunt coordinate as well?
Very, very little. I've come to terms with the fact that I don't really have many aspirations to coordinate. Really, I like being a performer a lot more.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just got a buddy of mine on board for a movie that should be starting up very shortly, and got him. I recruited him as the coordinator because I didn't want to do it. So now I'm making him put me in.
Make him do the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
What I see is also a list of obviously all those Law and Order shows, all those shows that are shot out of New York.
yeah,
So you work primarily on the East Coast,
yep.
yeah.
All pretty much all the time. Yeah.
And for the strongman stuff itself, and again, we're thrilled. Again, looking at your reel and some of the stuff you've done, it's amazing. What can people expect when they attend the Mutiny on the Moshulu?
You're gonna see a guy doing stuff that you wouldn't think that I could do. I'm going to bend steel and do a lot of traditional feats of strength that a guy like me is not supposed to be able to do. It's gonna blow your mind.
Let me ask you something, Todd, because again, you're obviously in shape. You have a solid build. I mean, I've not met you in person yet, but I've seen your footage there. When you show up and they say you're the strong man, do you ever get people challenging you, trying to take you on, not realizing you're also a martial artist?
Like physically fight wise, nah,
Right,
nothing
right.
like that. But you know,
Good.
you'll get guys that think I'm using fake props and stuff like that. So I always encourage people. You can check out what I'm using whenever you want. I actually like that. I want people to see what it's made of and that it's the real deal.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We can't thank you enough, for being a part of the Mutiny on the Moshulu Benefits Max Fund. It's going to help a lot of animals, and it's a special night. A lot of people, a lot of wandering entertainers, and it has this cool happy hour vibe that people seem to really respond to. And really, the big stars, no pun intended, are you guys who are walking around making everybody ooh and ah and blowing us all away. So we're looking forward to it, Todd. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm honored to do it, and I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you.
All right. You have a good one, Todd. We'll see you then.
All right. See you soon.
All
Take
right.
it easy.
Bye bye.